this lesson, we are going to practice reading and then writing. We are going to watch videos about what? About how astronauts live on space or on the ISS. What they do in their free time in the space station or in the shuttle. Okay. First, open your workbook page number 43, 44. The first question, exploring space. What is the importance of exploring space? Why do astronauts travel in space? Can you give me reasons? Raise your hand, please, if you want to answer. Think about this question. Raise your hand. Yes, Giovanni.
To improve and explore new innovations and technologies and make the earth a better place to live.
Very good. Yes, Yusuf Jamal.
To do experiments that we can do on Earth.
Very good. Yes, Muhammad Tariq.
To continue the progress on Earth.
Very good. So we travel into space to explore the space, to improve our life on Earth, to know more knowledge or information about the universe. On the student's book, on workbook page number 43, writing at the end of the lesson. Read these notes. Read these notes about what? Read these notes about life in space. Who would like to read? Let's read first before writing. The first sentence. Let's see. Ahmed Abdul Azim. Life in space. Read the first point. Ahmed Abdul Azim.
No, sir.
Read the first point, please.
Space is not just a adventure.
A huge adventure. A huge adventure.
Huge.
Thank you. Ahmed Hani. Second point.
Much time is spent on surviving and mundane tasks.
Mundane, boring tasks. Very good. Ahmed Assam. Third point.
Scientists make invention to help.
Thank you. Ahmed Sayed. Fourth one.
Machines remove carbon dioxide, making breathable atmosphere.
Thank you. Breathable. The next point. Giovanni.
No shower, use ethanol clothes and shampoo that doesn't need water or make foam.
Thank you. Yes, Hazim. Hazim,
نعم أستاذ.
read the next point. Food.
Food is containers, water
Food
added
in
to make
containers.
in
Food in
containers,
containers.
food in containers, water added to make edible.
Edible. To be eaten. Edible, to be eaten. Thank you. Rajab.
Drinks in sealed containers. Drink without straw.
Thank you. Ziad.
Astronauts exercise 2 hours a day, muscles bonus weekend in low gravity.
Thank you. Last point. Abdurrahman Yasser.
All help clean and maintain equipment, etc.
Etc. Etc. Etc. etc. Etc. Thank you.
etc.
Okay. After reading these notes about space, life in space, or how do astronauts spend their free time, can you think of any other activities that astronauts could do in their free time in space? Imagine that you are an astronaut and you travel into space. You are now sitting or standing in the space station. What could you do in your free time? Okay, think about this question. Second one, can you think of any inventions that would help astronauts in space? Which inventions they could they could carry with them in space? So the first question, can you think of any other activities that astronauts could do in their free time? Let's get your ideas. If you are an astronaut, and you travel in space, what can you do in your free time? Abdurrahman Maher.
Sleeping.
Just sleep? You will sleep 24 hours, Abdurrahman? Yusuf Jamal.
Make conversations with my friends.
Good. So you can make a phone call, make contact, make communication, or with your friends, family. Good. Giovanni.
Capture new images of space
Very
and
good.
send them
So
to
you can
Earth.
take photos. Yes. What else?
Only
Abdurrahman
that.
Al Hamid. Yes. Giovanni again.
لا بس كده يعني.
Thank you. So you can capture some photos of the universe, of the Earth, the Moon, other planets. Abdurrahman Al Hamid.
Scroll on reels.
Scroll on what?
Reels.
Reels. You watch videos. You go there in space to watch videos. Okay. Ahmed Muhammad
يعني
Sayyid.
أنت قلت وقت الحلقة.
Okay. I'll give you some ideas, more ideas, Abdurrahman. You will feel
Documenting.
bored. You will feel what? Bored of watching videos on YouTube or Reels. Now you are outside the Earth. Ahmed Muhammad Sayyid.
Documenting the unique exploration.
Good. So you can write down some notes. Good. Let's see the answer. So can you think of any other activities that astronauts could do in their free time? Taking pictures, as Giovanni said, shooting films or recording films, doing exercise, watching planets rotating, chatting, reading books. So these are some examples of the other activities they can do in space in their free time. Let's read another model here, written by AI. Astronauts
could spend their free time reading books or ebooks, watching movies, listening to music, or playing simple games that do not require gravity. They might also enjoy taking photographs of Earth and space from the station's windows, writing journals to record their experiences, or video calling their families to stay connected. Some astronauts even experiment with creative hobbies such as drawing, composing music, or studying new languages.
Let's move to second question. Can you think of any inventions that would help astronauts in space? What inventions they can carry with them? Ahmed Mohammed, Sayed?
Smart exercise suits.
Yes, smart exercising tools. Good. Okay, let's see. A space tour vehicle. So they can have a space tour vehicle, a car, lunar rovers, fire sensors, 10 openers to open what? To open canned food, air thermometer to measure the temperature. Giovanni.
VG plan growing system.
Sorry?
VG plan growing system.
Which system? Again?
VG plant growth system. اللي هو
Okay,
اختراع
thank you.
إنتاج اللي هو زراعة الخضروات أو زراعة النباتات في الفضاء يعني.
Do you think they can grow vegetables? They can grow plants on other planets? Plants needs water, sunshine, good soil, oxygen, of course. So you cannot find oxygen on other planets. Thank you so much. So let's see other examples written by AI. Listen.
Future inventions could include advanced virtual reality systems to simulate outdoor environments, helping astronauts feel less isolated. Another useful invention would be compact machines that recycle waste into usable resources such as water or energy. Lightweight exercise equipment designed to prevent muscle loss more effectively could also be valuable. Additionally, improved food technology, such as 3D printed meals, could make space diets more varied and enjoyable.
Now, what are you going to do? You are going to write these notes written in front of you. Look at the scientific notes again. Using them as a basis, turn the notes into full sentence. مطلوب منك تحول النقاط دي حولها لجمل تامة. Write them in full sentence. Add full sentence about your own ideas. كمل الجمل دي. Okay, let's check. For example, space is not just a huge adventure. This is the first note. This is the first point. Space is not just a huge adventure. We can say the time astronauts spend in space is not just a huge adventure. Okay, now I'll give you here a model answers for these notes. You can capture the screen and then write these answers in your workbook. So these are the notes. We are going to turn them into full, meaningful sentences. About what? About space. About space, life in space. Okay?
The time astronauts spend in space is not just a huge adventure. Much of it is dedicated to survival and routine tasks. Scientists create inventions to make life in space easier and safer. Machines remove carbon dioxide from the air, which makes the atmosphere breathable. Astronauts cannot take showers, so they use ethanol cloths and special shampoo that does not need water or foam. Their food is stored in containers, and water is added to make it edible. Drinks are kept in sealed containers, and astronauts drink them through straws. To prevent muscles and bones from weakening in low gravity, astronauts exercise for 2 hours every day. Everyone on board helps clean and maintain the equipment to keep the station running smoothly. In addition, astronauts may spend time communicating with their families, conducting experiments, or enjoying leisure activities such as reading or photography.
As you see here, these notes about how astronauts spend their free time in space. Okay, take a photo. Next exercise on workbook page number 44. What are you going to do? Write an essay discussing one of the themes below. You've got different topics. The first topic, space exploration is important. Space exploration is a waste of time and money. So you can write about space exploration is important or space exploration is a waste of time and money. Space tourism is exciting, or you can say space tourism is boring. Stargazing tells us a lot about our universe. If you look at the stars, you will know more information about our universe, or you will know nothing about ourselves. You should argue for one side of the argument, but acknowledge both potential positions. So in this report or this essay, you are going to write an argumentative one. An argumentative, you have to mention the 2 points of view. People who are for, people who are against space exploration, and then you have to argue for one side. At the end of the report, you should mention in the conclusion paragraph, you should mention your point of view. Whilst some may think space exploration is a pointless waste of money, it's useless, you believe that it is vital for the advancements of the human race. It's very important. I believe this because your answer should be in about 200 to 220 words in about 14 sentences. You can write the essay in 4 paragraphs. Introduction, 3 sentences. Idea 1, 4 sentences. Idea 2, 4 sentences. Conclusion 3. If you count them, you will see 14 sentences. Okay, I'll give you other models. Well, of course, you should write an outline. You should write a plan before writing the essay. You check what? Spelling, grammar mistakes, punctuation. I'll give you a model of the outline and the report, and you should write another one like this. Introduction or outline.
Outline. Space exploration, vital for human advancement. Paragraph 1. Introduction. Curiosity about the universe. Debate. Waste of money versus essential progress. Thesis. Vital for human advancement despite costs. Paragraph 2. Counter-argument. Funds should solve Earth's problems. Risks. Expensive. Dangerous. Limited immediate results. Transition. Long-term benefits outweigh drawbacks. Paragraph 3. Supporting arguments. Technological benefits. GPS. Satellites. Medical advances. Environmental knowledge. Study planets. Protect Earth. Future survival. Colonizing other worlds. Global cooperation. International Space Station. Shared goals. Paragraph 4. Conclusion. Restate thesis. Crucial investment in humanity's future. Summarize key points. Technology, environment, survival, cooperation. Closing thought. Humanity continues to innovate and dream beyond Earth.
You see the outline is planned in 4 paragraphs, and each paragraph or each idea should have a heading. Counter argument means against, people who are against. Supporting arguments means people who are for. And you should write phrases. Don't write complete or full sentences in the outline. You should write points. You should write notes just phrases, some words. Don't mention or don't write full sentences in the outline. Okay, let's see the model report written by AI.
Space exploration, vital for human advancement. While some may think space exploration is a pointless waste of money, I believe that it is vital for the advancement of the human race. Critics argue that the enormous costs could be better spent solving problems on Earth, such as poverty or climate change. They also point out that space missions are risky and often produce limited immediate benefits. However, space exploration has already given us countless inventions that improve daily life, such as satellite communication, GPS, and medical technologies. Exploring space also inspires scientific curiosity and pushes humanity to innovate. By studying other planets, we learn more about Earth's environment and how to protect it. In addition, space missions prepare us for the possibility of colonizing other worlds, which could be essential for survival if Earth becomes uninhabitable. Space exploration also unites nations in collaborative projects, fostering peace and cooperation. The International Space Station is a clear example of how countries can work together for a common goal. While the costs are high, the long-term benefits, scientific progress, technological innovation, and global cooperation make space exploration a worthy investment. In conclusion, space exploration is not a waste of time or money. It is a crucial step towards securing humanity's future.
You see, he uses what conjunctions like whilst, while, however, also, in addition, moreover. So use what conjunctions to join sentences. When you mention your point of view, you can say, I believe. Instead of saying, in my opinion, you say, I believe that it is vital. Okay? Let's see other examples of the outline or watch videos about what? About space life. How do astronauts spend their free time? Watch the following video in order to mention the NASA new missions and systems.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Watch another video about what astronauts eat, what astronauts how they spend their free time.
This is Jeremy's dinner, and in space, you really just eat all of your food out of bags of some kind, plastic bags or little metallic bags, because we have to rehydrate a lot of our food. This is actually shrimp cocktail. And this has been rehydrated already, so we added water to it, and the shrimp soaked back up the water, and it's actually pretty tasty. This is an example of a food that has not been rehydrated yet. It got all dried out for flying up here in space, and those are green beans. So we do have to eat our vegetables even in space, but don't worry, they do give us mac and cheese.
क्या आपने कभी सोचा है कि एस्ट्रोनॉट्स स्पेस में नहाते कैसे हैं? क्योंकि अगर वो पानी से नहाने की कोशिश करें तो पानी की बूंदें हवा में तैरने लगती हैं, क्योंकि वहाँ ग्रेविटी नहीं होती, इसलिए स्पेस में नहाने के लिए पानी का इस्तेमाल नहीं किया जाता। इसके बजाय एस्ट्रोनॉट्स नो रिंस शैम्पू और स्पेशल वाइप्स इस्तेमाल करते हैं, जिनसे बिना पानी के ही शरीर और बाल अच्छे से साफ हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि स्पेस में पसीना भी नीचे गिरने के बजाय शरीर से चिपका रहता है, इसलिए स्पेस में साफ रहना धरती से भी ज्यादा मुश्किल होता है।
10, 9, 4.
Good roll pitch. Roger, roll pitch.
Houston, now controlling the flight of integrity on the Artemis 2 mission around the moon.
ये इस धरती की सबसे महंगी चीज है, इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन। इसे बनाने में $250 बिलियन खर्च आए थे। ये लगभग एक फुटबॉल मैदान के बराबर है। ये 90 मिनट में पूरी धरती का चक्कर लगा लेता है। इसकी स्पीड 27,600 किलोमीटर प्रति घंटा है। इसके अंदर 6 एस्ट्रोनॉट होते हैं जो हर 6 महीने में बदल जाते हैं। ये धरती से 420 किलोमीटर ऊपर है। तो क्या आप जाना चाहेंगे यहां?
So you can take some photos, record the videos, watch the Earth goes around the sun. Astronauts can walk in space by fixing some machines outside the ISS. Okay, now at the end, what are you going to do? You are going to watch a video made or created by AI. Here I'm making a conversation between me, the teacher, Mr. Nabil Adam, and some of the students. I have written their names: Abdurrahman, Yusuf, Ahmed, and Muhammad. Are they for or against space exploration? I'm going to my YouTube channel to let you watch this video about what? About space exploration. Are you for or against?
Or should we be fixing the problems we have right here on Earth? It's one of the biggest questions we face. And to understand it, we're not heading to some NASA control room. Nope. We're going to a simple classroom where this very debate is about to play out. Let's see what happens. So, we've all been in a classroom that looks just like this. But what's about to happen here isn't just a school assignment. The arguments these students are going to make, they mirror the exact debates happening in government buildings and at the forefront of science. This classroom, it's our window into this huge debate. All right, so the teacher, Mr. Adam, he kicks things off not with a boring lecture, but with a challenge. He puts a single, really powerful question to his class, and that sets the stage for everything that follows. And there it is, the question that divides so many people, support or oppose. Seems simple, right? But the answers are anything but. The class doesn't waste any time, and the first argument takes us straight to the cosmos. First up to the plate is Abdel Rahman, and his argument, well, it taps into something really fundamental, that deep human drive to explore, to see what's over the next hill, or in this case, the next planet. For Abdel Rahman, this is a choice between progress and just staying put. In his view, standing still isn't safe, it's stagnation. He argues that for our species to truly evolve, we have to look up and move out. It's a pretty compelling case for our long-term survival. And this really lays out his vision perfectly. See, it's not just about planting a flag. It's about the potential for new knowledge, new materials, and maybe even a new future for humanity that isn't trapped by the resources of a single planet. But as you can imagine, not everyone is sold on this grand vision. And just like that, the conversation gets pulled right back down to earth. Another student, Yusuf, comes in with a powerful counterargument that focuses on the immediate, very real costs of our cosmic dreams. Oof. This question just cuts right to the heart of the opposition. It's a moral challenge, and it's an economic one. Yusuf isn't really arguing against progress. He's arguing that our priorities are all wrong. For him, the choice is simple. Rockets versus people. This slide really shows you what economists call opportunity cost. I mean, every $1 billion that goes into a Mars rover is $1 billion that can't be used to build schools, or equip hospitals, or feed people who are hungry. It's a powerful argument that forces us to decide what we value most right now. But okay, the debate doesn't just stop at dreams versus dollars. The next two students add even more layers, looking at the practical, day-to-day impacts, both the good and the bad, of space technology. So Mohammed jumps into the debate, and he makes a fantastic point. He argues that the pro-space side isn't just about exploring distant planets. He believes the investment pays off right here, in our everyday lives. This is such a critical perspective. I mean, think about it. The GPS in your phone, the weather report you checked this morning, even making an international phone call. All of these things are powered by the very space technology they're debating. So Mohammed is saying it's not an either-or situation. Investing in space is investing in Earth. And just as we're getting comfortable with all those amazing benefits, Ahmed chimes in with a sobering dose of reality. Space exploration is incredibly dangerous. He introduces the critical idea of risk, asking if maybe, just maybe, the potential rewards aren't worth the danger. And this slide really puts those practical arguments in sharp contrast, doesn't it? On one side, you have Mohammed's vision of tangible tech that improves and even saves lives. On the other, Ahmed's stark reminder of catastrophic failures, the human cost, and the growing threat of space junk. All of a sudden, the debate gets a lot more complicated. Now, after listening to all four students, the teacher, Mr. Adam, does something brilliant. He takes all their different points and synthesizes them into this really clear, understandable framework that just captures the whole conversation. This framework just distills the entire debate perfectly. It shows us that any real discussion about space has to balance these four key pillars: the almost romantic pull of exploration, the hard reality of cost, the tangible benefits we get here on Earth, and the unavoidable dangers of risk. You know, Mr. Adam doesn't give his students the answer. Instead, he empowers them to find their own. He challenges them to argue both sides, forcing them to really understand the logic and evidence behind each of those four pillars we just looked at. And that brings us to our final thought. So we're turning the teacher's challenge over to you. You've heard all the arguments for exploration, against the cost, for the practical benefits, and against the inherent risks. If you had to stand up and give that speech, what would you focus on? Which one of these pillars carries the most weight for you and why?
دي واحدة يا أحمد هاني. So I'd like to remind you of writing an argumentative report. It's very important. You might have at the final exam. Are you for or against space exploration? Okay. You have to mention the 2 points of view, and then the conclusion, you have to mention your point of view and give reasons. Okay. You've got 1 minute. Okay, Ahmed Hani. Until we meet again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.